During the summer and the spring, I wasn't even really on the depth chart. I decided then that I'm gonna start this year. And I just worked really hard, and by the first game I was starting both ways as a wide receiver and a DB.
So many kids go through the program, but I can remember Caleb because there was always something about him, that it was, you know, his determination, being an undersized kid, even for the position he played as a defensive back and wide receiver. He was still undersized, but you know, there was never stopping his desire, his heart, his passion for the game, even as a freshman in the program.
I had one or two colleges talk to me after the state championship game and all that, and college football is what I've always wanted to do. It's what I wanted to play, and you know, I was really excited, and I knew I had to keep working hard to make my goal right, and so you know, I was really excited. I was hoping I'd be able to keep playing.
I got a phone call from the emergency room, the doctor there in the emergency room telling me that Caleb was there and he had a severely injured leg and it looked like it needed to be amputated. They would like me to come in and take a look and see, you know, as well, and I immediately told them, you know, we're not cutting anybody's leg off, you know, in the middle of the night. We're gonna, you know, it's a young man, 17 years old. I'm gonna come assess it and see what it looks like, but you know, before we make any decision like that. We had Dr. John Thomas came in and assessed the leg and spoke to his family, and it was just basically evident at this point that there was no way that Caleb was gonna have a functional leg ever, even if we saved it. He would have a leg that would be very painful. He would have a leg that he wouldn't be able to use, and even then, it just wasn't possible to save. So at that point, Dr. Kaplan and I amputated his leg.
I met Mike McNaughton. He came to see me in the hospital, and he was the first amputee that I met since I became an amputee. And you know, he's ran with the president. He's run marathons, rode bikes in marathons, all this with a prosthetic leg. You know, whenever he told me he was doing all that stuff, like, I knew it was going to be possible for me to do things of that nature. I realized I was going to be able to at least do something. And so, I mean, I would say less than a month after my amputation, I was determined I was going to play football again.
His family was nice enough to give me passes to stand on the sideline the first time we ever saw him walk with his prosthetic leg. And he came out on the field that day with it, walking on his crutches. And after a few steps, he threw his crutches in the air and his team ran out behind him. And it was one of the most emotional things I've ever seen. And it's just amazing. He's an incredible kid.
Here's the spirit within this guy that says something to him and to everybody, that even under the toughest circumstances, you must fight. Even under the toughest circumstances, you must not quit. Even under the toughest circumstances, don't hold a pity party for yourself. Get up and move and make a difference.
The Rudy Award signifies an individual that's been under a great deal of anguish, injury, but it's not only the injury part of it, it's what happens after that really tells the story. How Caleb has handled it has been definitely a blessing for everybody that's been involved in it. It's made everybody a better person.
The bad consequence in life is if you fall down and don't get back up again and try it. What a special guy. What a special place that he will have in our hearts forever. And what a way to look at what a person should be about in life. Never letting a moment of failure, as perceived by some, be a moment of defeat, yet take that bad circumstance and make it a victory.
My parents were always making me strive to be the best. I love the determination that they've gave me. And my parents have the same determination. They want to be the best just like I want to be the best. They don't ever want to quit just like I don't ever want to quit. And they gave that to me. They did that for me. And I love them for it.